Hope my friend comes back. There you go. Sorry about that. It froze on us. Um, so what my husband was saying, I was saying that if you go on our YouTube page, we've actually done some recent teachings about how do you know when you're ready for the relationship to move forward. We've done one on 5 questions you need to ask to make sure that you're in the right relationship or before you're considering taking it on to a greater level. So those are on our YouTube page. Church Love 333 is our YouTube page, and you can check out those teachings there. Um, but yeah, you both have to be on the same page if you're talking about moving from friendship to relationship. Like I said, it can't just be one person saying, "Hey, I think we should take this further," and the other person is saying, "No, I want to remain friends." You want to make sure that both of you all are on the same page. So I hope that is helpful to you. For some people, that could mean 6 months. For some people, that could mean a year. For some people, it can be a matter of 3 months. I do recommend that if someone is interested in you, you should know in about 3 months whether or not you want to continue that relationship. Like, especially if you are, I would say, over 21 to 41. You don't really want to be wasting a whole lot of time in a relationship that's not going somewhere, especially if you plan on being married.
And
There's a book. It's only available, I believe, by audio now, but the book was so awesome that when it was in print, I bought like 16 copies and I just gave them out for free because it was such a powerful book. And that book is called Getting Serious About Getting Married. Getting Serious About Getting Married. And the author is Debbie, Debbie Maken, Maken. And she goes in and she talks about this whole theory of singleness, and that people say, well, singleness is a gift and yada, yada, yada. But the reality is God did not create everyone to be single, right? According to scripture, singleness is a gift. Like, you are empowered by God to be single. And we know that's not the state of everybody on the planet. Because if that was the case, then nobody would be procreating and nobody would be repopulating the world. So she talks about that notion of the gift of singleness. She talks about some different things of what are you doing to ready yourself to be married, and are you really serious about getting married. So I recommend that book for anyone who really is looking at themselves and want to do kind of an internal self check on, are you really serious about getting married?
from the man's standpoint, he knows when he should marry somebody. Because you got to understand, you don't want to give yourself away to someone who may just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
A man wants someone to care about. A man wants somebody to love on. A man wants someone to respect him. A man wants someone that he can just relate to and just be a part of. And in his heart, he will know that. And if that's in your casual conversation that you have, as it leads into these type of discussions, that's when the heart of God will start to come out in each of your conversation. And if he comes out in a conversation with the male and it comes out in a conversation with you, then you know that there is a point of beginning
Mm-hmm.
to start thinking along these lines, which will accelerate. So that's something you can look at.
And if a guy, if a guy is telling you up front that they're not really looking for a serious relationship, and you know that you are, don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time, because I know I've run into several young ladies who are just convinced that they can change his mind. You're not going to change his mind. You're not. And so a person who has already kind of let you know that, hey, I'm on the dating scene, I'm seeing different people, I'm not really serious about marriage right now, then I wouldn't waste my time there. You want to spend your time with someone who shares the same kinds of values as you do. For them, it may not be time for them to get married. It may take them another 3, 4, 5, 10 years before they say, hey, I want to settle down and now I'm ready to consider marriage as an option. And your paths may cross again during that time, but I wouldn't be waiting around for 10 years
Who wants to do
for
that?
someone to decide that they want to marry me.
I think that's
We not
cuckoo
gonna do
for.
that.
I think that's cuckoo-ness. Okay, I mean, no offense, but I think that's actually really stupid to sit there and wait for 10 years for someone who you're thinking about, and you're wasting your life away. That's not. It's just not. It's not God. It's not practical. I mean, there's men that I've talked to in the gym. They're talking about they live with somebody, and I'm the person. I'm not going to sit there and beat someone upside the head. I'm gonna share the gospel of love to them. You know, this guy's at the gym that they talking about they've been with a girl. We've been around for 7 years, and I said, dude, you know you love a woman. Go ahead and marry her. Make her for real in your life. And then these men, somehow that drill goes right down into their brain, down into their chest. And he said, man, I think you're right. I need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so sometimes it just takes a little encouragement from them, from someone who's married and someone who has the life that they're actually looking for and desire. You know, so a lot of times don't let understand. I mean, this is a delicate thing to do, but make sure you know who the men are that are around your man, or females around your man, so that they can get the right health and nourishment from other relationships besides yourself that will help strengthen your relationship. It's very important.
Because that goes back to those bozo characteristics that bozo has bad company. He has bad people around him giving him bad advice. And so, good evening, Mother Foster. Glad to see you. And so, are there any other questions? Because we are going to close out this little snippet. And thank you all for joining us. We are going to post the other video about the bozo characteristics. We're going to post that on YouTube tonight. So that will be available for you to go back and catch, because we know that the replays here expire in 24 hours.
It was good talking to y'all, and I love this lady right here.
I love you too.
Over and out.
All right, so take care, and I hope that this was encouraging to you and informative. God bless.